I am here. Take a deep breath. Allow this moment to reach your heart. You didn't get here by chance. I am the Lord, your Father, and it was I who attracted you with invisible ties, which only heaven can see. Every step, every thought, every time your heart stirred in silence, it was me calling you. Nothing that is happening now is a coincidence. You are listening to my voice because something has already started to move in the heavens, even if your natural eyes do not yet notice it. While you try to understand what you are feeling, I am already activating a new time in your life. April will not be just another month. It carries spiritual decrees that are being released right now. There is something that is already being written above, and your response now is what will define the outcome of this. Don't ignore what's happening inside you. This tightness in your chest, this desire to cry without knowing why, this sudden restlessness, is my spirit speaking directly to your interior. You've been feeling like something is about to change. I'm confirming, it really is. But it's not just any change, it's a divine turn that has the power to rewrite destinies, restore what seemed lost and activate ancient promises that you no longer dared to hope for. I haven't forgotten what I promised. And even when you thought about giving up, I remained by your side, silently, preserving what you thought had already died within you. April will be a watershed. And whoever is attentive to my call will see what the world cannot see. I am passing with my powerful hand, opening paths where there were only walls, bringing light where there was only darkness. But what I am doing is not visible to the hurried eye. It is necessary to stop, to hear, discern. Because I'm not just offering a blessing, I'm offering guidance. And driving doesn't get distracted. I'm touching wounds that you didn't even remember. I'm bringing up promises you tried to forget. It is not to make you sad, but to remind you that I am still here. That time doesn't limit me. That my promises have not expired. You got used to the wait and forgot how much you dreamed. But I haven't forgotten. I have the power to do in one day what would take years. I have the power to turn pages that seemed stuck, to heal old traumas, to align everything with a simple touch. You are not hearing any voice. It's my voice. And I'm calling you to something that goes beyond what you can imagine. I want to restore your spiritual identity, lift you off the ground, rekindle what was extinguished. No more surviving just to fulfill commitments. No more soulless prayers, no directionless faith, no more running around that takes you away from me. I am calling you to return to the center of my will. To live with me, for me, through me. Comment now with faith, I receive this word. Declare this with your heart. When you comment, you're not just writing, you're activating, agreeing, prophesying. Something moves in the spiritual when you respond to my voice with faith. I see every detail. I know every thought you tried to silence, every prayer you half abandoned, every night you cried in silence asking for an answer. And here it is, I am here. I'm talking. I'm summoning you. There is something that will move by the end of April, but it needs your yes today. Your response activates heaven. Your delivery attracts the new. Do not resist the touch of my spirit. Don't harden your heart like on other days. I'm calling you back closer. You haven't seen anything I've prepared yet, but if you trust me, you'll realize that all the waiting, all the pain, all the desert, was preparation for something that's about to blossom. Take a deep breath. This is just the beginning of something extraordinary. Son, don't ignore what you're feeling right now. This restlessness, this uncomfortable silence, these situations that repeat themselves and take away your peace are not just coincidences or everyday stress. It's my voice trying to reach your heart, even if you've been distracted by the demands of life. I have spoken to you in dreams that you cannot forget, in prayers that are left speechless, in details that seem small but carry spiritual weight. All of this is me calling you back. You feel like you need something new, an answer, direction. And I am saying, the answer is in this moment. The month of April will not end as it began. I am closing cycles that are no longer part of your journey, cutting invisible ties that bind you to what weakens you, and repositioning you spiritually. But this all depends on your answer today. Don't leave for later what can only be activated now. Don't push a decision that is only valid in the present time until tomorrow. My time is now. The time for passive waiting is over. I'm calling on my children to take a stand. You can't keep living like you have all the time in the world. There are things that, if not decided today, cannot be recovered later. Opportunities, connections, directions, and even protections that I am offering now may be lost by those who insist on delaying. I don't want you to miss what I prepared. I love you too much to see you wasting another month living on automatic, moving away from the purpose I placed within you. April carries a much greater spiritual weight than you might imagine. Many will end this month with a new season open on their lives, but others will feel that something has been lost without even understanding why. The difference will be in the response. I am observing those who seek me, those who listen to me seriously, those who stop everything to give me priority. And upon these I will pour something new. It's not about merit, it's about positioning. I honor those who choose to listen to me when life wants to scream louder. You don't need to have all the strength right now. I am your strength. I just need your decision. I just need you to say sincerely, here I am. Because when you give yourself completely, I can act freely. But if you continue to leave your faith to the end of the agenda, if you continue to treat my presence as just another commitment, you will not see what I wanted to release in this time. It's not blackmail. It's love. It's careful. It is the Father's deep desire to give you the best, but without invading your space. I knock on the door, but don't force entry. And if you feel that this word is not just another content, but a personal calling, share this message with someone who needs to hear it today. Do not keep to yourself what I gave you to multiply. There is someone close to you who is on the verge of dangerous decisions, lost in fatigue, disconnected from me. And your attitude can be the breath of life that will awaken that soul. You are called to be light, not just to receive light. Sharing what touched you is an act of obedience, and I honor each step of faith. Do not resist what I am building now. It is exactly there, in that place where you are, even tired, confused, trying to keep everything together, that I decided to find you. And if you respond with dedication, with urgency, with faith, what will come to your life will not be ordinary. It will be supernatural. Because I am the same one who transforms deserts into fountains, closed doors into open paths, endings into new beginnings. But I need your answer. And that answer is for today, not for later. Take a deep breath. You are being realigned. Everything is about to change. You have no idea how much the sky has moved because of you. But to access what I have prepared, it is necessary to understand what is at stake now. It's not just an emotional response to a beautiful message. It's about your spiritual identity, your deepest purpose, the inheritance that was written with your name before you were even born. You feel this calling because there is something inside you that knows, you were not created to live in the shallows. I'm talking to someone who carries a promise, but who has lived as if he had forgotten it. And I understand why. The tiredness, the distractions, the unexplained pain, the frustrations that accumulated little by little, all of this tried to erase the shine I placed in you. He tried to stifle his sensitivity, silence his voice, confuse his vision. But today, with love and firmness, I am saying, stand up. I didn't give up on you. And I will not allow you to lose what you carry within you. The world tried to convince you that you were just one of many. But you are not ordinary. I separated you. I chose you. And even if you have moved away or become complacent, I am still here. I continue to believe in what I planted in you. There is a sound from heaven now echoing over your life, calling you back to essence, to purpose, to depth. No more surviving on spiritual crumbs. You were created to dwell in fullness. What is at stake now is the chance to align your life with what I have for you. But this demands a response. I don't force anyone to follow me. I call. I play. I convince. But the decision is yours. And when your surrender is total, when your response is full of faith and urgency, you will see doors opening that no one will be able to close. You will see meaning where before there was only confusion. You will look in the mirror and recognize the light you almost lost. Your response cannot be lukewarm. It cannot be delayed. It cannot be partial. Either you enter completely, or you risk being left out of what I am releasing in this time. I'm gathering mine. I am positioning sons and daughters in strategic places. April will be the month of separation and alignment. And you are being called now. Your obedience will be like a key, opening atmospheres that seemed locked for years. Don't be fooled into thinking it's just an emotional phase. What you are feeling is a spiritual movement. It is my spirit activating in you the desire to return to center. And no matter how far away you are, how much you've lost along the way, I'm a specialist in new beginnings. But for the new to arrive, the old needs to be left. I cannot release new wine into old wineskins. Your spiritual structure needs to be restored to support the weight of the promise. If you are understanding this message with your heart, like and subscribe to keep receiving words like this. Because what I'm doing is not momentary. It's a process. And I will keep talking to you. I will continue guiding you step by step. But I need you to connect, to be attentive, to value the direction that I give you. Many are too distracted to listen. But not you. You are here. And that already says a lot. Right now, as you listen, I am touching areas that no one else knows about. I'm healing wounds that you never spoke out loud. I am clearing your vision so that you can see what comes from me and what has only confused you. You need to learn to discern. And to do that, you need to dive deeper. Nothing that is to come can be sustained with superficial faith. I am calling you to deep prayer, complete surrender, spiritual constancy. It's not about emotion, it's about foundation. The time has come to rebuild. And I will be the foundation. Take a deep breath. You are exactly where you need to be. It all starts now. I am releasing something that goes beyond natural understanding. In the spiritual world, there is an inheritance being transferred, a legacy that was reserved for you before you were even born. It's not something material, it's not something temporary. It's eternal. It is part of your calling, your identity, your mission in this world. Many have lived below what I have prepared, simply because they have not understood what is available to those who take a stand. But you've come this far because there's something inside you that's awakening. A call that is rekindling. A desire to return to the center of my will. What I'm doing now is profound. I am realigning old promises, bringing back prophetic words that were dormant, activating gifts you thought you had lost. You didn't lose. I preserved. Even when you distanced yourself, even when you doubted, even when you no longer believed, I kept what was yours. And now, in this particular time, I am beginning to release. But it is necessary to be attentive, available, positioned. Son, you are living prophetic days. April carries a weight of spiritual activation that will mark your history. Heaven is open over those who listen to me with reverence. And when I open the heavens, there is no opposing force that can close them. I can do in days what would take years, but it doesn't happen automatically. The faith that attracts the supernatural is a faith that moves, that responds, that surrenders. I'm not looking for perfection, I'm looking for delivery. Because those who position themselves in obedience open the way for miracles that do not follow human logic. I am putting the right people in your path, removing the wrong alliances, and setting you apart for a new cycle. But every separation hurts, and that's why many resist. I know there are connections you thought were forever, but were only temporary. I know you have feelings involved, memories, plans that you created based on people who are no longer part of your journey. But now, what's at stake is bigger than feelings, it's your destiny. And I cannot release an inheritance into hands that still hold what I have already asked to leave. You feel in your spirit that something is different. What filled you before now seems to have no meaning. Conversations that used to make sense now tire you. The environments where you felt comfortable now squeeze you. That's a sign. It's heaven repositioning you. It is my spirit bothering you, so that you do not settle down. I am clearing the land of your soul to plant something new. Something strong. Something lasting. But I need you to allow it. You asked for answers. He asked for signs. He asked for direction. And I tell you now, this is the time. I don't bring you here to confuse you. I bring it to reveal it to you. To align you. To coat you. The next few days will be of spiritual separation. Those who are paying attention will notice. Those who are distracted will miss out. There is a mantle being released, there are gifts being reactivated, there are ministries that were dormant being breathed into life again. But it's not just about activation, it's about preparation. Because what is coming needs a firm foundation. You thought I had forgotten you, but in reality I was molding you. While you thought nothing happened, I was cleaning your roots. Cutting out what stopped you from growing. Removing weights. Silencing voices. And now, you are light enough to receive. That's why you're here. That's why you feel this calling so strongly. You have been chosen. And there is a spiritual inheritance waiting for you. A reserved anointing. A prepared move. Don't try to understand everything with the natural mind. Some things are only discerned in the spirit. And what I am doing now in your life is not ordinary, it is not shallow, it is not small. It is something that will impact not only you, but also your home, your generations, your ministry, your history. You are being repositioned in the spiritual world. You are being dressed in something new. And nothing will be the same again. Be sensitive. This is the activation time. This is the response time. This is the time of inheritance. And it all starts with an available heart. I'm with you. I'm releasing it on you. And I will continue until the promise is completely fulfilled. Take a deep breath. You are under open skies. Son, you know you were separated. You don't feel that way today. From his first steps, there was a different discomfort, an unusual sensitivity, a perception that others around him did not have. You noticed what others ignored, you cried over things that no one saw, you felt spiritual burdens even without understanding why. This wasn't weakness, it was the calling. I separated you. I marked you. But along the way, so many voices mixed with mine, so many environments suffocated you, so many alliances were made without direction, and this was turning off your light. You are not here by chance. You are hearing my voice again because, despite the distractions, the fire has not yet completely gone out. It's weak, but it's still lit. And I came today to rekindle what the world tried to erase. But I need you to recognize, there are things that have drained your faith. There are habits that you have normalized, but that have silently disconnected your spirit. There are conversations that you tolerate, people that you keep close, environments that you frequent out of habit, but where I am not. This has weakened you. It has erased your sensitivity. It has made you accustomed to the shallow when you were created for the deep. You tolerated alliances that were clearly against what I have already revealed to your heart. He negotiated his peace to remain accepted. Lowered your light to fit in places that were never designated for you. But the price has been high. You feel it. Something inside you is screaming. The emptiness increased, the confusion intensified, his voice fell silent. Not because you don't love me, but because you're exhausted from trying to please everyone but me. And today, with love and truth, I tell you, it's time to break up. It's time to close doors. It's time to reposition yourself. I want to rekindle your essence. I want to restore your spiritual sensitivity. I want to return your hunger for my presence. That passion you had in the beginning, that easy tear, that faith that moved mountains, still lives inside you. But it was suffocated by choices that seemed small, but that little by little took you away from the center. You were becoming someone I did not create you to be. Not out of malice, but out of tiredness, out of lack, out of distraction. But now I'm calling you back. Close up. To the center. To the place I should never have left. The cost of distraction is high. You may miss connections that I prepared, doors that were about to open, revelations that were on the way. All of this depends on spiritual attention. And I don't want you to miss anything that's being released this month. April is not over yet. And there is still time to reposition yourself. There is still time to return. There is still time to break with what makes you cold. But it needs to be now. Don't push this decision. Do not postpone the call. Do not treat what is sacred as common. Comment 7777 as a prophetic act of restoration and positioning. This is not just a number. It is a prophetic seed. It is your visible response to the spiritual world that you have understood, that you are saying, Lord, I return. I surrender. I resettle. Each comment is like an alliance that is broken, a cycle that ends, a light that is rekindled. I see. I receive. I honor. And I begin to act. You were not called to get lost. You were chosen to be the answer. There are lives waiting for your position. There are families who will be healed through your decision. There are destinies intertwined with yours. That's why the enemy tried so hard to distract you. Because he knew the potential in you. But he failed. Because you are here. You're listening. It's waking up. And as you awaken, the entire sky moves. I'm blowing on you now. I'm removing the weights. I'm breaking ties. I am bringing discernment. And if you respond, you will see what it means to live in alignment with me. Nothing compares to the peace of being at the center of my will. And you will feel that peace again. You will wake up light. Go to sleep safely. You will hear my voice clearly. You will cry in my presence like before. We'll sing again. You will believe again. And everything will start to make sense. I am the God who restores. And today, I am restoring you. Take a deep breath. You're coming home. Son, the time is now. It's not tomorrow, it's not when everything is perfect, it's not when you feel most prepared. And now, I have tested your heart in small things, in simple moments of your day, in decisions that seem common, but that reveal whether you are putting me first. Evidence does not always arrive in the form of storms. They often disguise themselves as routine choices, subtle invitations, silent distractions. And that's when I see if you are attentive, if you are willing, if you are ready to receive what I have prepared. I don't call you for something easy. I call you to something eternal. I call you to truly live with me, to walk in obedience even when the path seems narrow, even when no one is looking, even when emotions scream otherwise. And yes, there will be resignations. There will be tears. There will be days when you wonder if it's worth it. But if you choose my path, even in this time you will see a reward that cannot be explained in words. Peace will invade your home. The right doors will open. And my hand will manifest itself in an undeniable way over your life. You need to understand, there are miracles that are only released after obedience. There is no point in praying for open doors if you insist on keeping your feet on the paths that I have already asked you to abandon. There's no point asking for direction if you still consult voices that keep you away from me. April is not an ordinary month. I have set aside this time to separate, align, activate, and surprise. But this will not happen by inertia. The response you give at this moment will define the next steps of your journey. The world has taught you to postpone decisions, to wait for ideal conditions, to follow what is most comfortable. But I am the God who works in the now. I am the one who transforms an available heart into a channel of miracles. Those who understand this time will see doors opening where there were only walls. You will see divine connections appearing out of nowhere. You will see celestial strategies being released in the smallest details. But those who ignore it, those who resist, those who treat my voice as just another sound, those will realize too late that something precious has slipped through their hands. Son, I don't speak to scare you. I speak to wake you up. Because what I have to do in your life requires presence. It demands attention. Requires positioning. You are being trained in silence. It's being watched behind the scenes. And this is all part of the preparation. What you live now is not a waste of time. It's alignment. It's construction. It's base. But if you go back, if you abandon the process, you will get lost along the way. And I don't want that for you. I want you to go all the way. May the extraordinary live. May it be the answer for many. You were chosen to be a lighthouse. To be light in times of darkness. To carry my presence where others only carry appearance. But for that to happen, you have to decide. You have to say yes even if you are afraid. You have to launch yourself even without understanding everything. Obedience today is tomorrow's harvest. And I don't forget those who walk with me even in the midst of uncertainty. My favor is manifested over those who trust even without seeing, who continue even without signs, who seek me even when everything within them wants to stop. Share with those who need to get out of spiritual distraction. Because this is not just a warning for you. It is a call to action for many. There are people around you who are being drowned by distractions, consumed by empty routines, deceived by baseless promises. And you can be the instrument that awakens them. Don't keep what touched you. Multiply. Release. So this message is not to remain silent. It's supposed to echo. I have open arms. I am here. I'm talking. And if you respond, if you move, if you surrender, you will see what it means to live in the center of my will. No pain will be wasted. No tears will be in vain. No dream will be forgotten. The time is now. Don't look back. Don't hesitate. Take a deep breath. You are one step away from something that will change everything. Son, the time has come to make a definitive choice. There is no more room for middle ground, for wavering faith, for a spirituality that only appears when everything is going well. The time when it was possible to live with one foot in my presence and the other in the distractions of the world is over. What I'm about to release demands depth. It requires constancy. It requires real commitment. What sustains what I'm about to do in your life is not fleeting emotion, it's total surrender. You have been trying to balance between two paths. You have tried to follow me without leaving everything, you have sought blessings without breaking old patterns. But I need to tell you clearly, you can't live like this anymore. Either you enter completely, or you will end up being left out of the movement that I am activating at this time. And not because I exclude you, but because I respect your decision. I can only act where there is surrender. And your surrender needs to be complete. Superficial faith does not support deep promises. Fragile commitments do not hold heavenly structures. There is no point praying for change if your heart remains divided, if you insist on maintaining habits, cycles and relationships that you already know I asked you to leave. I don't just want your adoration in moments of emotion. I want your daily positioning. I want to be a priority in your mornings, in your decisions, in your relationships. I want to be more than a refuge on difficult days, I want to be your constant source. There are people who still treat my presence as an emergency refuge, but I am calling you into continued covenant. You feel it. You know that you can no longer live with an appearance of faith. You've already experienced what it's like to live far away, and you know how much it hurts. Now it's time to choose to live close, live aligned, live firmly. Because what I'm about to spill requires structure. And I will not place something eternal into unsteady hands. Don't be afraid of what you will have to leave behind. I am enough. Whatever you give up for love of me, I will give you back with peace, with direction, with real presence. I never asked for perfection, but I always expected sincerity. And your sincere yes has more power than you realize. It opens doors that were locked. He moves the sky. It attracts the supernatural. It is with this yes that I build something new. It is with this yes that I establish a new time. Like and subscribe to position yourself spiritually with constancy. This simple gesture is your response of faith. It's you saying, I'm in. I choose to walk with you. And when you take a public stance, something spiritual aligns. You begin to attract right connections, unseen deliverances, unexpected favor. Not because you clicked a button, but because you decided to no longer hide, no longer postpone, no longer live in the middle of the road. I am calling those who want to go further. Those who are tired of going in circles. Those who are ready to walk with me without masks, without excuses, without reservations. And I know you're ready. Because if he hadn't been, he wouldn't have endured everything he's already endured. You went through pains that tried to break your faith. He went through disappointments that tried to silence his voice. But it's still here. Still believe. Still listens. And that's proof that you're ready for the next level. I don't want you on the surface. I want you deep down. Because it is deep down that I reveal mysteries, that I deliver strategies, that I pour healing. It is deep down that I align hearts, that I clear intentions, that I strengthen roots. And that's where I want to take you. But only those who decide to dive go. Who decides to leave the margins. Who accepts to walk by faith and not by sight. Today, I am reaching out. Not to accuse you, but to lift you up. Not to charge you, but to empower you. And if you accept it, if you take a stand, what will come into your life will be so strong, so intense, so real, that you will never want to go back to the shallows again. Take a deep breath. Your decision is building your destiny. And I will be with you every step of the way. Son, there are alliances that need to be broken. And I'm not just talking about obvious links. I'm talking about invisible bonds that, little by little, have drained your soul. There are people, habits, places, and even memories that still occupy space inside you and prevent the new from flourishing. You feel like you're stuck, that something isn't moving, that there's a constant weight. And this weight is often the result of connections that should have already been closed. Not out of pride, but for spiritual protection. I am the God of divine connections. I unite people with purpose. I align destinations. I bring together hearts that will grow together. But I am also the God who separates when necessary. And I know it's not easy to cut off what was once important, leave what brought comfort, let go of what seemed essential. But the stakes are greater now. What's at risk is what I put inside you. And if you don't have the courage to break with what keeps you away from me, you will miss the chance to live what I have prepared. You have kept people around who don't take you closer to me. You have tolerated environments where I am ignored. You have been silent when your spirit wanted to scream. All of this has eroded your faith. It has sickened your soul. Your light has been turned off. But I did not call you to survive in the midst of darkness. I called you to illuminate. To be salt. To be an answer. And to do this, you need to have the courage to end cycles. You know what bonds I'm showing you now. Maybe they're not scandalous. Maybe no one knows. But I know. And you know it too. And that's why the pain increases when you insist. Because inside you, my spirit is already screaming, let go. You feel the discomfort. Feel the resistance. You feel like you no longer belong in that environment, in that conversation, in that relationship. And yet he tries to sustain something that has already died. But the time has come to let go. It's not a loss. It's deliverance. It's not rejection. It's protection. It's not loneliness. It's preparation. When you break with what holds you back, I take care of surrounding you with mine. I send rings from heaven. I connect you with people who will advance your calling, pray with you, walk with you in holiness. But first you have to close the wrong doors. And I am here, today, asking this with love, close. Break up. Free yourself. Enjoy this video if you know that God is calling you to break with what keeps you away from Him. This simple act is your visible response to the invisible call I am making. It's you saying, I receive. I understand. I accept. And when you respond in faith, I act. I start moving the pieces. I begin to rearrange your story. I begin to remove from your life what you alone cannot remove. But I need you to say yes. There are friendships, relationships, and even thoughts that need to be let go. These are ties that were useful in another season, but that now keep you tied to what I have already left behind. And as long as you insist on living between the new and the old, you won't see what's coming. I cannot build something eternal on unstable foundations. And all I want is to build in you something that lasts, something that bears fruit, something that heals others through your transformation. You are not alone in this process. I am here. I strengthen you. I support you. And I will surprise you with what will come after your obedience. What seems difficult now will become light. What seems painful today will prove to be the beginning of your freedom. And when you look back, you will understand why I needed to cut, why I needed to separate, why I needed to call you so urgently. I have more for you. And that more is available now. But access depends on your courage to close the wrong doors. Take a deep breath. It hurts because it is being ripped from the roots. But trust, this clearing is making space for what I have always wanted to pour into you. Get ready. The new one is on the way. And when he arrives, you will understand that it was worth obeying. Son, I did not call you to an automatic faith, without life, without depth. Living with me is not just fulfilling a list of spiritual tasks. It's not about repeating words, following rituals, or keeping up appearances. Living by faith means living in constant communion, in active listening, in sensitivity to my voice. And today, I am calling you to a practical, real holiness, which overflows in your attitudes, in your choices, in the secret of your daily life. There are many who say they believe, but they left me out of the most important decisions. They look for me when they need me, but they ignore me when everything is fine. They love me with their lips, but they don't give me their heart. And you know, because you've been through that phase. You've already experienced this lukewarm faith, this cycle of spiritual ups and downs. But now, something inside you is crying out for more. And this cry does not come from you. It comes from my spirit, calling you to return to the essence, to truly live. The holiness that I seek in you is not perfection. It's separation. Separation from what corrupts you, what steals your time, what distances you from your purpose. It's being in the world without contaminating yourself. It's keeping your heart pure even in the midst of chaos. It's choosing the right thing when no one is looking. I see every hidden decision. Each time you deny a desire to remain in me. Every renunciation, every whispered prayer, every tear that fell on the pillow. None of this goes unnoticed. I count everything as loyalty. I want to restore your spiritual sensitivity. I want you to hear me clearly again. I want your prayer to stop being a repetition and become an encounter again. May you be moved again when you feel my presence. May you remember how light you were when you trusted me completely. You lost this because of the rush, the pressure, the distractions that stole from you little by little. But today I came to restore. And I will do it firmly, with love, with truth. The obedience I ask is not control. It's protection. Every instruction I give, every limit I set, every alert I send, is to keep you. To keep you on the path. To prevent you from falling into traps. The enemy wants you to think that living with me is difficult. But it's really hard to live far from my will. It's heavy to carry guilt, wounds, fears, and frustrations for following paths that I never planned. My burden is light. My yoke is easy. My presence is rest. You are being called to live differently. And that will make you stand out. It will make you look strange to many. But don't worry about their opinion. I set you apart for myself, not for the world. You are not here to fit in, but to transform. Your holiness will attract favor. Your purity will break chains. Your intimacy with me will release healing in environments where no one imagines. But it all starts with a choice: walk with me completely. Don't be afraid to be intense in faith. Don't hide because you're ashamed of appearing radical. The entire sky moves for those who choose to obey me with passion. I am raising a generation that does not negotiate its essence, that does not silence its voice, that does not give up my presence for applause. And you are part of it. Even if you don't understand everything now, just obey. And you will see how your life will be marked by miracles that others have only heard about. The supernatural is not reserved for a few. It is available to all who take a truthful stand. I want to manifest myself in you. I want those around you to feel my presence when you arrive. May your words carry anointing. May your eyes convey peace. May your home become an altar. May your routine be full of purpose. May your life scream my name even when you are silent. All of this is possible. But it starts with holiness. With separation. Intimately. With delivery. And I know you're ready. Because only those who have already been separated hear this call. You are not being invited to live a religion. You are being called upon to experience an inner revolution. And this revolution will impact everything around it. Take a deep breath. The sky is moving above you. And the answer you give now will open eternal doors before your eyes. Son, the favor I'm about to shower on you is no ordinary one. It's not something small, nor temporary. It is a move that has its origin in heaven and has an eternal purpose. I want to show my glory in your life in a visible, palpable, undeniable way. You have cried out for guidance, protection, provision, and I have heard every request. I saw every tear shed in silence. And now, I'm getting closer to transforming not only your reality, but also the reality of your home, your history, the generations that will come after you. The sky is in motion. And when the sky moves, nothing remains the same. I am organizing things in the invisible. I'm realigning what was out of place. I am putting in order what seemed lost. And this approaching favor will touch areas that you had already left behind. I will restore family ties, open doors where you didn't even know there were locks, bring answers where there were only questions. But this all starts with a heart sensitive to my calling. You are here because you believed, even when everything around you screamed otherwise. You stayed, even when you didn't understand. You looked for me on days when no one saw you, you adored me when tiredness tried to silence you. And today, I tell you, none of these seeds fell in vain. They are all about to bloom. Because my favor does not depend on circumstances. He depends on my loyalty. And I am faithful to fulfill everything I promised. April will be a watershed. You will feel my care in the details. Small miracles will begin to manifest. Doors that were locked will open lightly. Connections that seemed distant will emerge naturally. Unexpected provisions will arrive. Clear directions will light your path. But more than that, you will feel peace. A peace that cannot be explained, but that takes over from the inside out. Because where I arrive, everything changes. And I am coming with power. Your family will also be reached. What you are experiencing now is not just yours. It's part of a bigger plan. Your response of faith will echo in the hearts around you. Even those who don't understand your position, who criticized or rejected you, they will see. They will feel it. They will be touched. Because when I manifest, there is no way to ignore it. And I chose to use you as a gateway to my presence in the lives of many. Share so that more people receive this divine summons. This is not just content, it is a living word. And there are people around you who are being crushed by invisible pressures, living on the edge, almost giving up, and a simple message like this could be the breath that revives them. You can't imagine how much I can use your attitude to reach someone. Multiply what you received. Release what freed you. Be part of what I'm building. There is a new time before you. And it won't be like the previous ones. Because now, you are more mature. More sensitive. More prepared. You know that presence is worth more than any achievement. You know that my direction is more precious than any human plan. And that is why now I can release. Because your heart is in the right place. I can trust you. I can use you. And I will do that. The favor I am pouring out will be like a wave that takes you further than you could ever go on your own. You will look and say, that was God. You will be moved by the lightness of what previously seemed impossible. You will be surprised at the speed of what was previously blocked. It will glorify with the result of ancient prayers that are now beginning to be fulfilled. Because I am faithful. I am present. And I am with you. Take a deep breath. The sky is touching the earth. And you are part of that touch. What is coming will exceed your expectations. And it all starts with your faith. Not with force. Not with effort. But with confidence. With surrender. With an open heart. And you've already started. You are already at the center of the promise. Now just stay. I am here. And my favor will envelop you like never before. Son, a new life doesn't begin when everything changes around you. It starts when you decide, in your heart of hearts, to take a different step. And today, I am here, calling you to this decision. Not to pressure you, but to remind you, there is still time. It's still possible. There is still life. What I have prepared is not lost. What I promised still stands. What I started, I will finish myself. The Holy Spirit wants to speak to you as before. Remember those moments when you felt my presence easily? When you cried just hearing my name? When your heart burned just thinking about me? This is not over. It was only drowned out by the voices of haste, the accumulated pain, the disappointments that hardened sensitive areas. But today, I am rekindling. Bringing to the surface what seemed dormant. The breath that used to wake you up is now stronger, deeper, more necessary. The promise you carry inside still pulses. Still lives. And even when you doubted, I didn't take it back. I preserved. I waited for the right moment. I worked in the invisible. I shaped areas you didn't even know needed touching. And now, I'm calling you to start over. Not just any fresh start, but a new beginning with maturity, with roots, with depth. Because now you know the value of my presence. Now you know how much it hurts to live away from her. Son, it's not too late. I am the God of new beginnings. I specialize in restoring what has been lost. I know how to rebuild lives from the pieces. I know how to transform stories marked by pain into testimonies of healing. I know how to give destiny to those who felt without direction. And today, all I ask is your decision. I'm not demanding strength, perfection, or performance. I'm asking for sincerity, availability, a heart willing to return, even if little by little, even if afraid, even if not knowing where to start. This decision is what changes everything. This is what unlocks the next step. It's what activates heaven in your favor. When you say yes with truth, the spiritual world moves. I send help. I prepare paths. I strengthen your hands. But I need your permission. I need you to want it. May you invite me in again. Because I never invade. I only remain where I am wanted. Subscribe to the channel and walk daily under this spiritual direction. This attitude is more than following a page. It is an act of alliance. It's you saying, I want to keep hearing your voice. I want to walk with you every day. And this constancy will make all the difference. Because faith feeds. And you need to stay connected to the Word, to the presence, to the movement. I'll keep talking to you. With each new message, I will be guiding you, strengthening you, revealing the path. You are not alone. I was never distant. Even when everything seemed silent, I was there, caring, protecting, waiting for the time to bring you back closer. And that time has come. Don't ignore the signs any longer. Don't delay the call any longer. April is still happening. And there are miracles in store for this month. But the key is in the decision. And that key is in your hands now. Take a deep breath. Look inside. Listen to your soul. She is crying out for me. And I am here, ready to walk with you. Not for a few days, but for a lifetime. Not until everything gets better, but until the purpose is fulfilled. Because I don't work with shortcuts. I work with destinations. And yours is more alive than ever. Get up. Decide. Return. Because a new life begins with a simple step. And that step can be now. Heaven is ready. The favor is released. And I am here, waiting for you with open arms. Everything can change from that choice. Everything can be restored when you decide to return. I am the God who makes everything new. And this new one starts with you. Son, listen carefully. This is not just another message that passes through you like so many others. This is a summons from heaven. This is not beautiful content, nor is it a motivational word. It's my voice calling you to a new time, to a deep positioning, to an alignment that will impact your entire life. What I am releasing now requires discernment. Because many listen, but few respond. And whoever responds activates promises that have been dormant for years. I have something bigger prepared. Something you haven't seen yet, that your eyes can't imagine, that your mind can't plan. And that something begins with faith. Real faith. Faith that decides to obey even without understanding. Faith that abandons excuses and assumes spiritual responsibility. Faith that responds when I call, even if everything seems unfavorable. Because whoever responds with faith moves heaven. And when the sky moves, destinies align. You're not hearing this by chance. The time you live in is sacred. April is not an ordinary month. It carries spiritual codes, prophetic activations, alignments that will define the next cycles of your life. And I need you to understand, there are things that only happen when you take a stand. There are promises that are only fulfilled when you take a step. There are destinies that only reveal themselves when you say yes with all your heart. I know you've faced resistance. Who has already been disappointed trying to obey? Who has already been criticized for choosing faith? But none of this was in vain. Every scar you carry is proof that you resisted. What he endured. That he chose to remain even when everything told him to give up. And because of this, I tell you, now is the time to see. Now is the time to live. Now is the time to reap what was sown with tears. This call that reaches you today is full of urgency and love. I'm not just calling. I'm insisting. Because I don't want you to miss what's being released. I am passing intensely on those who are paying attention. And whoever recognizes me in this movement will be repositioned. You will see doors opening, connections forming, gifts being activated, answers coming clearly. But whoever ignores it will feel that something has passed and not returned. I speak because I love. I insist because I believe. I fix it because I invest in you. You were created for something much bigger than what you have experienced. And the reason everything feels tight lately is because I am stretching you spiritually. I am expanding your vision, strengthening your roots, and removing what no longer serves. The discomfort you feel is not the end. It's the preparation. It's the push from heaven. It's my voice saying, get up. Go. Forward. And this call is not just for a moment. It's for a journey. You don't need to understand everything now. You just need to obey. Because as you walk, I reveal. As you trust, I will show you. As you surrender, I transform. Many wait for everything to make sense before moving. But those who live by faith understand that movement comes through obedience. And you are called to do this. To walk with myself when the path is not clear. And I promise, where there is faith, there will be direction. Heaven is calling. It is looking for available hearts, attentive ears, surrendered souls. And I see this desire in you. Even in the midst of so many struggles, there is still a flame burning within you. And that's what I'm blowing on now. Don't ignore it. Don't postpone. Don't minimize. This call is real. And she is yours. I'm aligning what seemed out of place, correcting routes, clearing paths. Everything to take you to the center of my will. Take a deep breath. You're not dreaming too big. You are just beginning to see with the eyes of faith. And if you continue, if you remain, if you respond with completeness, what is about to manifest in your life will be beyond what you prayed, beyond what you hoped, beyond what you believed possible. Because I am the God who calls, sustains, and fulfills. And today, I am calling you. Answer. Because everything is about to change. There are moments when everything seems to stop. Time slows down, the noise from outside silences, and something inside you pulses stronger. This is now one of those moments. It is no wonder that you are here, reading, feeling, discerning that there is something greater being activated. It's the sky reaching you. It is my spirit touching the areas that seem dormant. This touch is not light by chance. It carries weight of purpose, intensity of promise, and urgency of destiny. I'm not just calling you, I'm inviting you to live what was designed before the world existed. And this invitation is not general, it is personal. It's yours. It's exclusive. I know your name, your struggles, your memories, your deepest secrets. And even so, or maybe because of that, I keep calling you. Because there is a future ready to be activated, a fresh start that carries marks of eternity, and all of this is just a yes away. You've been through so much. He tried to keep the faith even with a tired soul. Have you ever heard words that almost made you stop? I've been disappointed by people who used my name but didn't reflect my heart. I saw everything. I felt everything with you. And even when you thought about giving up on me, I never gave up on you. I continued writing your story carefully, waiting for the right moment to restore what was broken, and that moment is now. Time is passing, son. And this is not the time to postpone anything else. You know this decision is different. It's not about religiosity. It's not about appearance. It's about identity. It's about returning to the essence. It's about aligning yourself with who you were born to be. I have seen your attempts, your falls, your turns. I honor all of that. But today, what I'm asking for is something deeper, a whole yes. A yes that relinquishes control, that breaks with fear, that embraces the truth even when it confronts. This one changes everything. He does not guarantee a road without challenges, but he guarantees my presence at every step. And when I am with you, even the desert blooms. Even silence gains a voice. Even losses become testimonies. You don't need to understand how everything will happen. You just need to trust that it will happen. And it goes. Because I am faithful. And I'm about to fulfill old promises, release new ones, and open paths that no one else could. Comment now with a statement of faith like, I trust in you, Lord. Do not underestimate this act. When you write, you declare. When you declare, you activate. And when it activates, you align. It's simple but powerful. It's heaven listening to your voice and responding with movement. There are angels on mission. There are answers coming out of the invisible. There are cycles being closed. There's a new season knocking on the door. And it all starts with a willing heart. I didn't bring you here and then leave you. I didn't rekindle your faith and then frustrate you. I didn't open your eyes and then leave you in the dark. I am the same one who formed you, who watched you grow, who protected you when you didn't even realize it. And now, I am saying it clearly, the time has come. The time has come to break with what holds you back. To let go of what weighs. To proceed lightly. With purpose. Truly. This yes that I hope does not need to come from your strength. It can come from your pain. It can come from your weakness. It may come from your confusion. I receive. I welcome. I honor. Because what matters is not how much you have, but how much you give yourself. And you are more ready than you think. It's closer than you think. You are stronger than you feel. The enemy tried to convince you otherwise, but I am here to remind you of the truth. You have been chosen. And the time has come to position yourself as such. Take a deep breath. Heaven is here. The promise is alive. The answer is coming. And all of this is happening because you decided to listen. He decided to believe. He decided to respond. Don't wait any longer. The time for doubt is ending. The time of decision is before you. And what I have prepared goes beyond your prayers. Go beyond your dreams. It goes beyond your capacity. Because it comes from me. And everything that comes from me carries eternity. Say yes. With courage. With faith. With my whole heart. Because this one has the power to change everything. Son, faith is not a fleeting feeling. It's not just goosebumps, excitement, or a sensation that comes and goes. Faith is a decision. It's action. It's attitude. It's choosing to obey even when everything seems contrary. It's walking even when the road is dark. It's trusting even when the results haven't appeared yet. Faith is remaining firm even when your heart is tired, because you know that whoever promised is faithful to fulfill it. Many say they believe, but remain paralyzed. They wait to feel safe to act. They wait for clear signs to take the first step. But true faith manifests itself when there are no guarantees. When everything inside you screams to stop, but your spirit insists on moving forward. And it is exactly in this place of obedience, even without visible certainties, that the heavens open. The response of faith does not depend on logic, it depends on trust. You have been praying, asking for direction, crying out for transformation. And I heard everything. But now it's your turn to respond. Your attitude is what unlocks the next level. While you wait for something to change, I hope you move. Because it is in your action that I shower favor. It is in your step that I establish the path. And I tell you, it will not be by the strength of your arm, but by the surrender of your heart. There are pains that you have carried for years. Wounds that no one sees, stories that you can barely tell. But I see. I know. And I want to turn this pain into testimony. I don't just want you to survive all of this. I want you to flourish after the pain. I want your story to heal others. May your obedience pave the way for many. Because what you are facing now will be what others will use as a reference for overcoming tomorrow. But it all starts with faith in movement. I did not call you to a faith of words. I called you to a faith that changes environments. That defies circumstances. That breaks chains. Who builds bridges where there were only walls? And that faith begins today, with your response. You don't have to wait to feel like you're ready. Just trust that I am with you. That it is I who will support each step. That it is I who will illuminate each direction. Enjoy this video if you will respond to the call with obedience. This simple gesture carries powerful spiritual meaning. It's you saying, I'm not just going to feel, I'm going to act. I'm not just going to agree, I'm going to take a stand. And heaven honors this posture. Because faith without action is just intention. But when you act, the spiritual world recognizes your decision and begins to move in your favor. I am raising a generation that does not live only on declarations, but on attitudes. Who prays and obeys. Who listens and takes a stand. Who believes and walks. And you are part of it. Even with all your imperfections, even with all your struggles, you were called to live a living, practical, constant faith. A faith that does not adapt to the world, but that transforms the world around it. You will see what it means to live in the center of my will. You will experience peace in the midst of chaos, direction in the midst of confusion, purpose in the midst of what once seemed meaningless. But you need to take that step. You need to get out of your spiritual comfort zone. You need to decide that your faith will be visible, not just felt. And when you do, prepare yourself. Because doors will open. Alliances will form. Answers will arrive. I am with you. In every detail. In every fight. In every decision. And I will continue to guide you, strengthen you, prepare you. But I need your delivery. Not partial, but complete. Not conditional, but constant. Because faith that remains only on good days doesn't transform anything. But faith that rises up in bad days has the power to move heaven. Take a deep breath. Look up. The sky is not silent. I'm talking. I'm calling. I am waiting. And all I want is to see you living everything I prepared. Don't stop now. Don't back down. Don't let doubt extinguish the flame that is being rekindled. Walk with me. Trust in me. And you will see with your own eyes what it means to have faith that acts, that responds, that transforms. It all starts now, with a simple and powerful decision to obey. The night seems long when the soul is tired. But I tell you, the dawn will pass. This darkness you feel is not the end, it is the moment before the light. It's when everything seems silent that heaven works the hardest. It is in the interval between the cry and the response that faith is strengthened. And you've come this far because, even without realizing it, your hope is still alive. She resisted. And now, it's about to bloom again. You have not been forgotten. I was never absent. And even though you didn't feel my presence for a while, I was there. In every detail. In every invisible deliverance. In every tear wiped away without explanation. I'm here now, talking to you, because the time has come to align your heart with what I'm doing. The time has come to stop looking back and start building what lies ahead. The extraordinary thing I prepared doesn't start when everything is ready outside. It starts now, within you. When you decide to believe again. When you decide to trust even without seeing. When you choose to remain even without understanding. It is this type of faith that activates miracles. It is this type of response that attracts my presence in a continuous and transformative way. Son, there is something too big coming towards you for you to remain stuck in the past. The pains you carried, the mistakes you made, the breaks you thought were final, none of these are greater than the promise I planted in you. And that promise is alive. It breathes into your spirit. It pulses in time with my will. And it's closer to manifesting itself than you might think. The time of doubt is being replaced by a time of conviction. The time of tiredness is giving way to the time of renewal. The time of silence is making way for a time of clear direction. But for all of this to flourish, you need to align with me. Of body, soul, and spirit. And it's not about perfection. It's about sincerity. Of being whole, available, delivered. Don't try to control the process. Don't compare yourself to others. Don't question the rhythm. Just keep going. Because every step, no matter how small it may seem, is bringing you closer to what I have prepared. And when you least expect it, you will see the fruits sprouting. You will feel peace where there was anxiety before. You will see meaning where you only saw confusion. You will breathe relief. Go to sleep in peace. You will wake up with purpose. Because I make everything new, and this new thing has already begun. You have resisted so much. And yet, it's here. Still believe. Still want it. Still searching. This is not small. This has spiritual weight. Every time you chose to reach out to me when everything said otherwise, you planted seeds that are now ready to blossom. And the fruit will be visible. Not just for you, but for everyone around you. Your home will be touched. Your story will be marked. His name will be remembered not for pain, but for restoration. There is nothing stronger than a child of mine who decides to trust again. Because in this moment, I move freely. And when I move, everything changes. The heavens align. The paths open. Promises are kept. And today, all of this is happening. Because you chose to listen. He chose to believe. He chose to remain. Son, this is not the end of a video. It is not the end of a message. It is the beginning of something extraordinary. Something that goes beyond what you planned. In addition to what you asked for. Beyond what you dreamed of. I am releasing a new time upon you. And this time begins with a simple act, taking a deep breath and letting me lead the rest. I am here. Take a deep breath. Allow this moment to reach your heart. I have arrived. Breathe deeply. Let this time touch your heart. You didn't arrive here by accident. I am the Lord, your Father, and it was I who drew you with unseen links only heaven could see. Every step, every thought, every moment your heart stirred in silence. I was calling you. Nothing that is now occurring is coincidental. Though your natural eyes do not yet see it, something has already begun to move in the heavens, hence you are hearing my voice. I am already turning on a new phase in your life while you attempt to grasp what you are experiencing. April won't be just another month. It bears spiritual decrees presently being released. Your reaction now will determine the result of what already being written above. Ignore not what is going on within you. Your chest's constriction, your unexplainable urge to weep, your unexpected restlessness, is my spirit talking straight to your within. You have been sensing an impending change. I'm verifying, it actually is. But it's not only any alteration, it's a divine turn with the ability to reverse destinies, bring back what seems lost and trigger ancient promises you no longer dared to wish for. What I promised has not left my mind. I stayed by your side, quietly, saving what you believed had already perished inside of you even when you considered giving up. April will mark a turning point. Whoever pays attention to my call will witness what the world cannot. With my strong hand I am passing, opening routes where only walls were, and shining light where only gloom existed. But the rushed I cannot see what I am accomplishing. One must halt. To listen. Detect. I'm providing direction since I'm not only giving a blessing. Driving doesn't get sidetracked. I'm touching on injuries you forgot about. I'm mentioning promises you wanted to forget. I don't want to make you sad, I want to tell you I'm still around. That time does not constrain me. That my commitments have not lapsed. You forgot how much you dreamed and grew accustomed to the wait. But I still remember. What would take years I can accomplish in one day. With a simple touch, I can align everything, heal past traumas, and turn pages that were stuck. You are not listening to any voice. That is my voice. And I'm calling you to something beyond your wildest dreams. Path, and severing unseen links tying you to what depletes you. But all of this hinges on your response now. Don't put off for later what can only be activated right now. Don't postpone a decision solely valid in the now to tomorrow. Now is my moment. Passive waiting is no longer relevant. I'm asking my kids to stand up. You cannot keep living as though you have all the time in the world. Some things cannot be retrieved later if not chosen today. Those who insist in postponing might lose chances, relationships, directions, and even safeguards I now provide. I don't want you to overlook what I got ready. I love you too much to watch you spend another month life on automatic, drifting away from the goal I set inside you. April has far more spiritual significance than most people would believe. Many will finish this month with a new season open on their life. Others will feel that something has been lost without even knowing why. The difference will be in the reaction. I am watching those who want me, those who take me seriously, those who give me precedence by halting all else. And on these I will pour something fresh. It's about location, not merit. I respect those who decide to hear me while life is screaming louder. You don't have to be all strong right now. I am your power. I only require your choice. All I require is for you to honestly declare, here I am. Your total gift allows me to respond without restriction. Should you keep seeing my presence as merely another obligation and leave your faith to the end of the agenda, you will not witness what I sought to free in this moment. It's not blackmail. It's affection. It's deliberate. The Father's great wish is to provide you the finest, but not at the expense of your space. I tap on the door, I don't push inside. Should you believe this word is a personal calling rather than merely another material, please pass it along to someone who needs to hear it now. Do not hold to yourself what I gave you to multiply. Someone around you, lost in weariness and cut off from me, is on the point of hazardous choices. Your attitude can be the breath of life to awaken that soul. You are meant to be light, not only to get it. Sharing what moved you is a form of obedience, and I respect every step of faith. Do not fight what I am presently constructing. It is precisely there, in that location where you are, even weary, perplexed, struggling to maintain everything together, that I choose to locate you. Should you answer with trust, eagerness, and commitment, what will happen to your life will not be usual. It will be beyond natural. Because I am the same one who changes deserts into fountains, closed doors into open routes, ends into fresh starts. Your response is required. That response is for today, not for later. Breathe deeply. You are being repositioned now. All is going to change. You have no idea how much the sky has shifted because of you. But to reach what I have ready, it is essential to know what is at stake now. It's not only an emotional reaction to a lovely message. It's about your spiritual identity, your innermost mission, the heritage left with your name before you were ever born. You sense this calling because something inside of you knows you were not meant to live in the shallows. I'm speaking to someone who has lived as though he had forgotten a promise yet who carries one. And I get why. The weariness, the diversions, the mysterious agony, the gradual accumulation of frustrations. All of this attempted to wipe the brilliance I put in you. He attempted to mute his voice, suppress his sensitivity, and cloud his eyesight. But today, with love and strength, I am saying, stand up. I never stopped believing in you. And I will not let you forfeit what you hold inside. The world attempted to persuade you that you were only one of many. You are not usual. I set you apart. I picked you. I am still here even if you have become complacent or left. I still believe in what I sown in you. Now, a heavenly voice reverberates across your life, beckoning you back to depth, to purpose, to essence. No more living on spiritual leftovers. You were made to live in abundance. What is at stake today is the opportunity to match your life with what I have for you. But this calls for a reaction. I don't make people follow me. I name. I participate. I persuade. The choice, however, is yours. When your reaction is full of trust and urgency and your surrender is complete, you will notice doors opening that no one will be able to shut. You will find meaning where previously there was only chaos. You will see the light you nearly lost when you gaze in the mirror. Your reaction has to be strong. It cannot wait. It can't be partial. You either come in totally or you run the danger of missing out on what I am putting out during this period. I'm collecting my own. I am placing sons and girls strategically. April will be the month of separation and alignment. You are being summoned now. Your compliance will be like a key, unlocking environments that appeared locked for years. Don't let yourself be misled into believing it's only an emotional period. Your feelings are a spiritual movement. It is my spirit triggering in you the wish to return to center. I'm an expert in fresh starts, thus no distance or loss along the road will stop your desire to return to center. The old must be left if the new is to come. I cannot let old wineskins hold new wine. Your spiritual framework has to be rebuilt to sustain the promise's weight. If your heart is grasping this message, like and subscribe to continue getting words like this. What I'm doing is not transient. It's a journey. I will continue to speak with you. I shall keep leading you step by step. But I need you to value the path I provide, to be attentive, to connect. Many are too preoccupied to pay attention. But not for you. You are present. That already speaks a lot. Right now, as you listen, I am touching places no one else is aware of. I am mending wounds you never spoke. I am clarifying your eyesight to let you realize what originates from me and what has simply perplexed you. You must pick out. Diving deeper will help you to accomplish it. Superficial faith cannot withstand anything to come. I am inviting you to spiritual consistency, total surrender, deep prayer. It's about basis, not feeling. The moment has come to reconstruct. I will serve as the basis. Breathe deeply. You are precisely where you should be. Now is when it all beginning. I am publishing something that transcends natural knowledge. In the spiritual realm, a legacy set aside for you before your birth is being passed down. It's not something transient, it's not something material. It is everlasting. It is your calling, your identity, your purpose in this world. Many have lived below what I have set up since they do not grasp what is offered to those who step up. You've gone this far, though, since something within you is awakening. A call that is reviving. A wish to go back to the core of my will. What I presently do is deep. I am realigning ancient promises, reviving latent prophetic utterances, and activating abilities you believed you had lost. You did not lose. I saved. I maintained what was yours even when you removed yourself, even when you questioned, even when you no longer believed. And now, in this specific moment, I am starting to let go. But one must be alert, accessible, oriented. Son, you are living prophetic times. April bears a weight of spiritual activation that will shape your past. Over those who respect me, heaven is open. When I open the sky, no countervailing power can shut them. Though it doesn't happen by itself, I can do in days what would take years. The faith that draws the supernatural is one that moves, reacts, and surrenders. I'm after delivery, not perfection. Those who place themselves in obedience create the path for marvels that defy human reason. I am placing the correct individuals in your way, dissolving the incorrect alliances, and distinguishing you for a fresh cycle. Every separation causes pain, hence many fight it. I know there are links you believed were eternal yet were simply transient. You have emotions, memories, intentions you formed depending on individuals no longer on your path. But now, your fate is at stake more than emotions. I cannot pass on an inheritance into hands still clutching what I have already requested to depart. You sense in your spirit that something is different. What once filled you seems now meaningless. Talks that once made sense now exhaust you. The settings in which you formerly felt at ease now press you. That is a sign. It's paradise moving you around. My spirit is troubling you, so you do not settle down. I am removing your soul's land to sow something fresh. Something robust. Some lasting. But I need your permission. You requested solutions. He sought indications. He sought guidance. And I say to you now, this is the moment. I don't bring you here to perplex you. I bring it to show it to you. To match you. To cover you. The next several days will be spiritually isolating. Those who are paying attention will see. Distractions will cause some to lose out. A mantle is being freed, gifts are being reactivated, and ministries once dormant are being breathed back to life. Activation is important, but so is preparedness. What is coming calls for a strong basis. You believed I had forgotten you. In fact, I was shaping you. I was washing your roots even as you believed nothing occurred. eliminating what prevented your development, taking off weights, quieting voices. Now you are light enough to get. That is your purpose. That is the reason you experience this calling so powerfully. You are selected. Moreover, a spiritual legacy is waiting for you. A quiet anointing. A planned action. The natural intellect cannot grasp everything. Some things can only be seen in the spirit. What I am doing now in your life is not usual, not shallow, not little. It is something that will affect your house, your generations, your ministry, your past as well as you. You are being moved spiritually. You are being clothed with something fresh. Nothing will ever be the same again. Be careful. The time of activation is this. This is the time of reaction. This is the moment of legacy. It all begins with a willing heart. I am with you. I'm letting it go on you. I shall keep going till the promise is totally fulfilled. Breathe deeply. You are beneath open sky. Son, you are aware you were apart. You don't sense that today. From his first steps, there was a different discomfort, an uncommon sensitivity, a sensibility that others around him lacked. You saw what others overlooked, you wept over things no one saw, and you experienced spiritual difficulties even without knowing why. This was the calling, not weakness. I set you apart. I noted you. But along the road, so many voices mingled with mine, so many settings stifled you, so many partnerships were formed aimlessly, and this was dimming your brightness. You are not here by accident. You are hearing my voice again because, despite the diversions, the fire has not yet gone out completely. Though weak, it's still burning. I come today to revive what the world sought to wipe out. But I need you to see, some things have sapped your faith. You have normalized several practices that have quietly separated your spirit. There are talks you put up with, people you keep near, places you visit often out of habit, but where I am not present. This has made you weaker. It has dulled your senses. When you were formed for the deep, it has caused you to become used to the shallow. You put up with partnerships obviously contrary to what I have already disclosed to your heart. He bargained his peace to stay accepted. Reduced your brightness to fit in areas not meant for you. The cost, however, has been considerable. You sense it. There is something inside of you that is screaming. The void grew, the uncertainty deepened, his voice went quiet. Not because you don't love me, but because you're worn out from attempting to satisfy everyone except me. With love and honesty today, I say to you, it's time to split. Now is the moment to shut doors. Now is the moment to move yourself back into place. I wish to revive your core. I wish to bring back your spiritual awareness. I wish to bring back your need for my company. Your early enthusiasm, your simple tear, your faith that shifted mountains, those things still live inside you. Remain still within you. But it was strangled by seemingly modest decisions that gradually pulled you away from the center. You were becoming into someone I did not make. Not out of malice, but out of weariness, out of need, out of distraction. But now I'm summoning you back to work. Draw near. Toward the middle. To the location I should never have departed. Distraction has a heavy price. You might overlook links I set up, doors about to open, insights coming your way. Spiritual attentiveness determines all of this. And I don't want you to overlook anything being published this month. April is still ongoing. You may still change your position, too. You still have time to come back. You may yet have time to break with what makes you frigid. But it has to be now. Don't rush this choice. Don't put off the call. Do not regard what is sacred as ordinary. Comment 7777 as a prophetic act of repair and positioning. It's not only a number. It is a prophetic seed. Your visible reaction to the spiritual reality you have grasped is, Lord, I return. I surrender. I resettle. Each remark is like a light being rekindled, a cycle ending, an alliance being severed. I understand. I get. I respect. Then I start to act. You were not summoned to wander. You were selected to provide the solution. Your post is awaited by many. Your choice will mend families. Some fates are linked with yours. The foe worked really hard to divert you for this reason, knowing the possibilities in you. But he was unsuccessful. Since you are present, you are paying attention. It is coming to life. The whole sky shifts when you wake. I'm currently blowing on you. The weights are coming off. I'm ending ties. I am providing judgment. And should you answer, you will understand what it is to live in harmony with me. Being at the center of my will brings a peace unmatched by anything else. You will once more experience that tranquility. You shall rise bright. Sleep safely. You will hear my voice loud and clear. You will weep in my company as previously. We'll sing once more. You will once more believe. Then everything will begin to make sense. I am the restoring God. And I am restoring you today. Breathe deeply. You're returning home. Son, the moment is now. It's not tomorrow, it's not when everything is perfect, it's not when you feel most ready. Now. I have tried your heart in little things, in basic daily moments, in choices that appear routine but that show if you are prioritizing me. Sometimes evidence comes in calmness rather than in the form of storms. They frequently masquerade as silent distractions, modest invites, and ordinary decisions. Then I notice whether you are willing, ready to accept what I have set up, and whether you are paying attention. I don't call you for something simple. I call you to something everlasting. I invite you to really live with me, to walk in obedience even when the road appears tight, even when no one is watching, even when feelings shout differently. There will, indeed, be resignations. Tears will follow. There will be days when you question whether it is worthwhile. But, should you follow my route, even in this era you will experience a benefit beyond description. Peace will break into your house. The correct doors will open. And my hand will show itself in an unarguable way over your life. You must realize that certain miracles are only set free following obedience. Praying for open doors serves no purpose if you refuse to remove your feet on the routes I have already requested you to forsake. If you still listen to voices that keep you away from me, there's no need asking for direction. April is not a typical month. I have allocated this time to surprise, activate, align, and separate. But inertia will not cause this. Your future steps will be defined by the answer you provide right now. The world has taught you to wait for perfect circumstances, to follow what is most comfortable, to delay choices. But I am the God who operates in the present. I turn an open heart into a conduit for miracles. Those who grasp this moment will notice doors opening where once only walls stood. You will witness miraculous links popping up from nowhere. You will notice heavenly plans emerging in the tiniest aspects. But those who disregard it, those who fight against it, those who dismiss my voice as only another noise, people will come to understand far too late that something valuable has eluded their grasp. Son, I don't talk to frighten you. I talk to get you up. What I have to do in your life calls for presence. It calls for focus. Calls for placement. You are being educated in quiet. It's being monitored covertly. This is all included in the preparation. Your present existence is not a waste of time. It is in line. It is building its foundation. But should you turn back, should you forsake the procedure, you will lose your way. And I don't wish it for you. I want you to go all the way. May the exceptional survive. May it be the solution for many. You were selected to serve as a lighthouse. To shine in dark hours. To provide my existence where others just carry appearance. But for that to occur, you must choose. Even if you are terrified, you must say yes. Even without knowledge of all, you must propel yourself. Obedience now is tomorrow's crop. I also remember those that walk with me in the middle of uncertainty. My favor shows on those who keep going even without signs, who seek me even when all inside them wants to stop, and who believe even without seeing. Share with people who require escape from spiritual distraction. Since this is not only a warning for you. For many, it is a call to action. There are those nearby you being drowned by diversions, driven by meaningless rituals, duped by groundless promises. You might be the tool to wake them up. Don't hold on to what moved you. Increase. Let go. Plant. This is not to stay silent. It is meant to reverberate. My arms are open. I exist. I am speaking. Should you reply, should you act, should you give up, you will experience what it is to live at the center of my will. There will be no wasted suffering. No tears will be wasted. No dream will go unremembered. Now is the moment. Look forward. Don't be shy. Breathe deeply. You are one step closer to something that will alter everything. Son, the moment has arrived to decide once and for all. There is no more room for middle ground, for wavering faith, for a spirituality that only shows when all is going well. The moment when it was feasible to live with one foot in my presence and the other in the world's distractions is past. What I am about to publish calls for depth. It calls for consistency. It calls for genuine dedication. What keeps what I'm about to do in your life is not transient feeling but rather entire surrender. You have been attempting to strike a balance between two routes. You have sought blessings without shattering ancient patterns. You have tried to follow me without abandoning all. But I have to be clear, you cannot continue living like this. You either join totally or you will miss the movement I am now initiating. Not because I leave you out, but because I value your choice. I can only act where there is capitulation. Your surrender also has to be total. Shallow faith does not help great promises. Weak promises lack divine structures. Praying for change is pointless if your heart is split, if you refuse to let go of habits, cycles, and relationships you already know I requested you to quit. I don't only desire your love in emotional times. I want your daily stance. I wish to be a priority in your relationships, in your choices, in your mornings. I don't want to be just a haven on tough days, I want to be your continual supply. Though I am drawing you into ongoing covenant, some still view my presence as an emergency sanctuary. You sense it. You realize you can no longer live with a front of faith. You already know how much living far away hurts since you have lived it. It's time to decide to live near, live in line, and live strongly now. What I'm going to spew calls for organization. I will not put anything immortal into uncertain hands. Don't let what you must leave behind scare you. I am sufficient. Whatever you sacrifice for love of me, I will return to you with tranquility, direction, and genuine presence. I never sought perfection, rather, I always hoped for honesty. Your honest yes is more powerful than you think. It unlocks doors. He shifts the heavens. It draws the otherworldly. With this yes, I create something fresh. With this yes, I set a new time. Like and subscribe to consistently place yourself spiritually. Your act of faith is this straightforward one. It's you declaring, I'm in. I walk with you. Your public position causes something spiritual to line. You start to draw unanticipated favor, invisible deliverances, and appropriate links. Not because you pressed a button, but rather because you choose to stop hiding, stop delaying, and stop living in the middle of the road. I am calling those who wish to advance. Those who are weary of spinning in circles. Those who are prepared to walk with me unreservedly, unexcused, unmasked. I know you are prepared. For he would not have withstood everything he has already suffered had he not been. You experienced suffering that challenged your faith. He experienced letdowns meant to quiet his voice. Still, it is here. Keep believing. Still pays attention. That is evidence that you are prepared for the following stage. You are not wanted on the surface. I want you deep inside. Deep below is where I show secrets, offer plans, and pour healing. Deep down I harmonize hearts, clarify intentions, and fortify roots. And that's where I wish to lead you. But just those who choose to plunge go. Who chooses to depart the margins? Who agrees to walk by faith rather than by sight? I am contacting today. Not to blame you, but to encourage you. Not to bill you, but to enable you. Should you embrace it and take a stance, what will enter your life will be so powerful, so intense, so real that you will never want to return to the shallows. Breathe deeply. Your choice is shaping your fate. Every step of the journey, I will be with you. Son, some alliances have to be severed. I'm not only referring to clear connections. I'm referring about unseen ties that have gradually sapped your spirit. There are people, habits, places, and even memories lingering inside you that fill space and block the new from growing. You feel as though you're trapped, that something isn't changing, that there is always a weight. Often, this weight comes from ties still open when they ought to have been closed. Not from pride, but for spiritual defense. I am the God of heavenly links. I bring together purposeful individuals. I coordinate sights. I unite hearts destined to develop together. But I am also the God who divides when required. It's not simple, though, to sever what formerly mattered, abandon what provided comfort, and release what appeared vital. But now the stakes are higher. What is at stake is what I insert inside you. Should you lack the bravery to go from what keeps you away from me, you will lose the opportunity to experience what I have ready. You have kept individuals around who do not bring you nearer to me. You have put up with settings where I am overlooked. When your spirit wanted to scream, you have been quiet. All of this has undermined your confidence. It has made your spirit ill. Your light has gone out. But I did not call you to live in the middle of darkness. I called you to shine. To be salty. To be a solution. Ending cycles takes bravery if you are to accomplish this. You know what ties I'm revealing you now. Perhaps they are not scandalous. Perhaps nobody is aware. But I am aware. You are aware as well. That's why, if you push, the suffering gets worse. You feel the discomfort since inside you, my spirit is already crying, let go. Experience the opposition. You feel as though you no longer fit in that relationship, in that discussion, in that setting. Yet he works to keep something already dead. But now is the moment to let go. There is no loss. It is salvation. It's not a no. It is safeguarding. It's not isolation. It's planning. When you break with what keeps you back, I take care of surrounding you with my own. I send heavenly rings. I link you to others who will walk with you in holiness, pray with you, and help your calling to be fulfilled. First, though, you must shut the incorrect doors. I am here now, with love, requesting this: close. Break up now. Set yourself free. If you believe God is urging you to leave behind what separates you from Him, then enjoy this video. Your visible reaction to the unseen call I am making is this straightforward action. When you reply with faith, I act, it's you saying, I receive. I understand. I accept. I begin to shift the components. I start to change your narrative. I start taking out of your life what only you can control. But I need you to agree. Some friendships, relationships, and even ideas have to be let go. These are links that once served you in another season but now bind you to what I have already abandoned. You will not see what is coming so long as you insist on living between the new and the old. Unstable foundations prevent me from creating anything everlasting. All I want is to create in you something that lasts, something that bears fruit, something that heals others by means of your change. You are not by yourself in this journey. I exist. I empower you. I assist you. And what will follow your compliance will astound you. What today seemed tough will become light. What appears to be painful today will turn out to be the start of your liberation. Looking back will help you to see why I had to cut, why I had to separate, and why I had to contact you so frantically. I have extra for you. And that extra is now accessible. But access relies on your bravery to shut the incorrect doors. Breathe deeply. It hurts since it is being torn from the roots. But believe, this cleaning is creating room for what I have always intended to pour into you. Prepare yourself. The new one is coming. And when he comes, you will know it was worth following. Son, I did not call you to an automatic faith, devoid of life or depth. Living with me is not only completing a list of spiritual chores. It's not about maintaining appearances, following routines, or repeating words. Living by faith involves active listening, ongoing communion, and sensitivity to my voice. Today, I am inviting you to a practical, genuine holiness that spills over into your attitudes, decisions, and the secret of your everyday life. Many claim to believe, yet they excluded me from the most crucial choices. They seek me when required, but disregard me when all is well. Their lips express love for me, but their hearts are not given. And you know, having gone through that stage. You have previously gone through this cycle of spiritual highs and lows, this tepid faith. But now, something within you is yearning for more. This call is not yours. It comes from my spirit, beckoning you back to the essence, to really live. The holiness I look for in you is not flawlessness. It is separation. Separation from what robs your time, what corrupts you, what separates you from your goal. It's existing in the world without tainting yourself. It's maintaining your heart pure even in the middle of turmoil. It's doing the correct thing while no one is watching. I notice every concealed choice. Every time you refuse a wish to stay in me. Every tear that dropped on the pillow, every muttered plea, every renunciation. All of this is seen. I consider everything to be loyalty. I wish to bring back your spiritual awareness. I wish for you to hear me clearly once more. I wish your prayer to be an encounter once more rather than a repeat. When you sense my presence, may you be moved once more. Remember how light you were when you really trusted me. The rush, the strain, the distractions robbing you little by little caused you to lose this. But today I arrive to restore. I will do it forcefully, with love, with honesty. The obedience I seek is not control. It is safeguarding. Every alarm I send, every limit I set, every command I give, is to maintain you. To maintain your course. To stop you from getting caught in traps. The foe wishes you to believe that cohabiting with me is challenging. But living far from my will is somewhat difficult. Carrying guilt, scars, worries, and disappointments for following unplanned routes is quite taxing. I have little load. I have an easy yoke. My being is rest. You are being summoned to live differently. That will help you to stand out. Many will find it odd. But their viewpoint should not concern you. I set you apart for me, not for the rest of the world. You are here to change, not to fit in. Your holiness will draw favor. Your purity will free shackles. Your closeness to me will free healing in settings where no one envisions. But it all begins with a decision: walk with me totally. Be intense in faith, don't let fear stop you. Don't hide because you fear looking extreme. The whole sky shifts for those who fervently choose to follow me. I am creating a generation that does not compromise its core, that does not quiet its voice, that does not surrender my presence for praise. You are included. Just follow even if you don't get everything right now. And you will see how your life will be characterized by marvels that others have only known. The supernatural is not set aside for a select few. All who adopt a sincere position have access to it. I wish to show myself in you. I want those around you to sense my presence upon your arrival. May your words be anointed. May your eyes express calm. May your house turn into a shrine. May your routine be purposeful. Even in silence, may your life shout my name. Everything here is doable. It begins, however, with holiness. Apart from one another. Closely. By means of delivery. And I know you are prepared. Only those who have previously been apart hear this cry. You are not being asked to practice a religion. You are being asked to go through an inner transformation. This revolution will affect all around things. Breathe deeply. Above you, the sky is moving. Your response now will unlock everlasting doors in front of your eyes. Son, the kindness I'm going to lavish on you is no usual one. It's neither little nor transient. Originating in heaven, this is a move with eternal goal. I wish to display my greatness in your life in a clear, tangible, unquestionable manner. You have called out for direction, safety, supply, and I have heard all of your pleas. I witnessed every silent tear shed. And now, I'm getting closer to changing not only your reality but also the reality of your home, your past, the generations to follow after you. The sky is moving. When the sky shifts, everything changes. I am arranging items in the unseen. I'm realigning what was askew. I am ordering what appeared lost. And this approaching favor will touch areas you had already left behind. I will mend familial relationships, unlock doors you didn't even realize had locks, and provide solutions where only questions existed. But a heart attuned to my calling begins all of this. You are here because you thought, even when everything around you shouted differently. You remained, even without knowledge. On days when no one saw you, you searched for me. When exhaustion sought to quiet you, you loved me. And now, I say to you, none of these seeds fell in vain. They are all about to flower. Since my favor is unaffected by events, He relies on my faithfulness. I am loyal to carry out all I promised. April will be a turning point. The specifics will show my concern. Little miracles will start to show. Locked doors will gently open. Connections that looked far away will surface organically. Provisions not anticipated will come. Your way will be illuminated by clear directions. But more than that, you will experience tranquility. A tranquility that comes from the inside out and cannot be explained. Everything changes where I show up. And I am arriving with strength. Your family will also be contacted. What you are going through right now is not only yours. It's all in the larger scheme of things. Your faith will resonate in the hearts all around you. Those who disagreed with or rejected you, as well as those who don't get your viewpoint. They will observe. They will experience it. They will be moved. Manifesting leaves me no option except to ignore it. You are my choice for a portal to my presence in many people's life. Share so that more others get this heavenly call. This is a living word, not only material. There are also others around you living on the verge, nearly giving up, being crushed by unseen pressures. A straightforward statement like this could be the breath that brings them back to life. You cannot believe how much your attitude helps me to contact someone. Increase what you got. Let go of what liberated you. Help me to shape this. A new time lies before you. It won't be like the last ones. You are more adult now. More aware. More ready. You understand that presence surpasses any accomplishment. You understand my path is more valuable than any human agenda. That is why I can let go now. Since your heart is in the correct location, I can rely on you. I can make use of you. And I will accomplish that. The favor I am pouring out will be like a wave pushing you farther than you could possibly travel by yourself. You will look and remark, that was God. The lightness of what once seems unattainable will inspire you. The pace of what was formerly restricted will astonish you. It will glorify with the outcome of old prayers now starting to be answered. Since I am faithful, I exist. And I am here with you. Breathe deeply. The sky meets the ground. You are included in that contact. What is coming will surpass your expectations. Your faith begins it all. Not by might. Not by trying. But with assurance. By giving up. With a sincere heart. And you have already begun. You are already at the core of the promise. Just remain now. I exist. And my favor will surround you like never before. Son, a new life doesn't start when everything around you changes. It begins when you choose, in your heart of hearts, to go a new path. Today, I am here to urge you to make this choice. Not to push you, but to remind you, there is still time. It remains feasible. Life remains. What I have ready is not gone. My promises still hold. What I began, I will complete myself. The Holy Spirit wishes to speak to you as previously. Think back to the times when my presence came naturally. When you wept only hearing my name. When your heart ached only to consider me. This isn't finished. Only the voices of hurry, the accumulated suffering, and the disappointments that toughen sensitive regions drowned it out. But I am reviving today. Bringing to the surface what looked inert. Your former waking breath is now stronger, deeper, more required. Your inner potential still beats. Still alive. I didn't take anything back even when you questioned. I held on. I waited for the appropriate time. I toiled in the unseen. I formed regions you weren't even aware need contact. Now I'm phoning you to begin again. A new beginning with maturity, with roots, with depth, not just any fresh start. Now you understand the worth of my presence. You now understand how much it pains to live apart from her. Son, it's not too late now. I am the God of fresh starts. Restoring what has been lost is my specialty. From the fragments, I can reconstruct lives. I know how to turn narratives tainted by suffering into testimony of recovery. I know how to provide purpose to people who believed aimless. Your choice is all I ask today. I'm not asking for performance, perfection, or strength. I want honesty, accessibility, a heart ready to come back, even if slowly, even if fearful, even if unsure of where to begin. This choice alters everything. This opens the door to the following stage. It is what turns heaven in your favor. The spiritual universe shifts when you truthfully say yes. I offer assistance. I make routes. I make your hands stronger. But I require your consent. I need you to desire it. Might you let me back inside? Since I never trespass. I only stay where I am desired. Walk daily under this spiritual guidance and subscribe to the channel. This mindset goes beyond reading a page. It is a cooperative action. It's you saying, I want to walk with you every day. I want to keep hearing your voice. This consistency will change everything. Faith nourishes. You must remain linked to the movement, to the presence, to the word. I will continue to speak with you. Every fresh message will help me to lead you, empower you, and show the way. You are not by yourself. I was never far away. I was there, caring, guarding, waiting for the moment to bring you back closer even when all looked quiet. That moment has arrived. No more disregarding the indicators. Don't put off the call any longer. April is still going on. And this month holds miracles in store. The decision, however, is what matters. That key is now in your control. Breathe deeply. Examine within. Hear your spirit. She is weeping for me. I am here to walk alongside you. Not for a few days, but for all time. Not until everything gets better, but until the goal is accomplished. I don't use shortcuts. I deal with destinations. And yours is more alive than ever before. Rise. Make a choice. Come back. A new life starts with a basic step. That action might be now. Heaven is set. The favor is gone. I am here, waiting for you with open arms. From one decision, everything may change. Your choice determines everything's restoration. I am the God who renews all. This fresh one begins with you. Son, pay attention. This is not only another message passing through you like so many others. This is a heavenly summons. This is neither an inspiring word nor lovely material. My voice is beckoning you to a new period, to a profound placement, to an alignment that will affect every aspect of your existence. What I am letting go now calls for discrimination. Many people listen, but few actually react. Whoever answers, though, sets off promises lying dormant for decades. I have something larger ready. Something your eyes can't picture, your brain can't plan, and you haven't yet witnessed. That something starts with faith. True faith. Faith that chooses to follow even lacking knowledge. Faith that takes spiritual responsibility and forsakes justifications. Faith that answers when I call, even if all looks negative. Whoever answers with faith shifts heaven. When the sky changes, fates line up. You are not accidentally hearing this. Your time is sacred. April is not a typical month. It carries spiritual codes, prophetic activations, alignments that will shape the following cycles of your existence. And I want you to know, some events only occur when you stand. Some promises are only kept if you act. Some destinies only show themselves when you wholeheartedly say, yes. I understand you have fought back. Who has previously been let down attempting to follow? Who has been condemned already for selecting religion? Still, none of this was for naught. Every scar you have is evidence of your fight. What he suffered. That he decided to stay even while everybody around him advised him to quit. And given this, I say, now is the moment to observe. Now is the moment to live. Now is the moment to enjoy what was sown with tears. This call that reaches you now is full of love and urgency. I'm not only calling. I am demanding. Since I don't want you to overlook what is coming out. I am passing strongly on those who are paying attentively. And everyone who sees me in this movement will be moved. You will witness answers becoming evident, gifts being awakened, connections forming, doors opening. But everyone who disregards it, will think something has gone and not come back. I spoke out of love. I push since I think. I mend it since I support you. You were made for something far larger than what you have gone through. The cause of all that seems tight recently is my spiritual stretching of you. I am enlarging your vision, strengthening your foundations, and eliminating what no longer helps. Your pain is not the conclusion. It is the preparation. It's the heavenly push. My voice tells me to rise. Move on. Forward. And this call is not only for a while. It's for a trip. You don't have to know everything right now. You simply have to follow. Walking exposes me. Your faith will guide my revelation. I change as you give up. Many wait until everything makes sense before acting. But for those who live by faith, mobility is a result of obedience. You were summoned to carry out this. To walk with myself when the road is uncertain. And I promise, where there is confidence, there will be guidance. Heaven beckons. It is searching for willing souls, listening ears, and open hearts. And I notice this yearning in you. Even with so many challenges, you still have a fire inside. And that's what I'm presently blowing on. Don't overlook it. Don't put off. Don't downplay. This call is genuine. She is yours. I'm matching what looked odd, fixing paths, and deleting routes. All to bring you to the core of my will. Breathe deeply. You're not dreaming too large. You are only starting to view with the eyes of trust. Should you persist, stay, and react fully. What is about to show in your life will be beyond what you prayed, beyond what you hoped, beyond what you thought feasible. I am the God who calls, supports, and fulfills. So today I am calling you. Respond. Everything is going to change. Sometimes all appears to halt. Time slows, the outer noise quiets, and something inside you beats stronger. This is currently one of those times. No wonder you are here, reading, feeling, knowing something more is being triggered. It's the sky contacting you. It is my spirit reaching the formerly inert regions. This touch is not light by accident. It has the immediacy of fate, the intensity of promise, and the weight of purpose. I'm not just phoning you, I'm inviting you to experience what was intended before the planet came into being. This invitation is personal, not universal. It belongs to you. It is unique. I know your name, your battles, your memories, your most private secrets. Still, or perhaps because of that, I keep phoning you. All of this is only a yes away, a fresh start with traces of eternity ready to be ignited. You have suffered greatly. Even with a weary spirit, he sought to maintain faith. Have you ever heard words that nearly caused you to stop? People who used my name but did not mirror my heart have let me down. I witnessed everything. I experienced everything with you. I never gave up on you even when you considered giving up on me. Carefully penning your tale, I waited for the appropriate time to fix what was damaged. That moment is now. Time is running, son. Now is not the moment to put off anything else. You understand this choice is unique. It's not about religion. Looks are irrelevant. It's about who you are. It's about going back to the core. It's about matching yourself with who you were born to be. I have witnessed your efforts, your failures, your turns. I respect all of that. But what I want now is something more profound, a total yes. A yes that gives up control, that defies fear, that welcomes the truth even when it challenges her. This one alters everything. He does not promise a route free of obstacles, but he promises my presence at every turn. And when I am with you, even the desert flowers. Even quiet has a voice. Losses too turn into testimonies. You don't have to know how everything will take place. You only have to believe it will take place. And it continues. Since I am loyal, I'm ready to open roads no one else could, let new ones go, and keep old commitments. Comment now with a statement of faith such as, I trust in you, Lord. Do not undervalue this deed. Writing is declaring. Declaring activates you. And when it turns on, you line up. Though basic, it is strong. Listening to your voice and reacting with motion is heaven. Angels are on assignment. Answers are emerging from the unseen. Cycles are being closed. A new season is approaching. It all begins with a ready heart. I didn't bring you here and then abandon you. I didn't disappoint you after restoring your confidence. I didn't open your eyes and then abandon you in the dark. I am the same one who shaped you, who saw you develop, who shielded you when you were unaware of it. Now, I am stating it plainly, the moment has arrived. It's time to let go of what limits you. To release what burdens. To go gently. Deliberately. Really. This, yes, I wish does not have to originate from your strength. Your suffering might bring it about. Your frailty could cause it. Your uncertainty can be the source. I get. I greet. I respect. What counts is not how much you have but how much you give yourself. You are more prepared than you believe. It's nearer than you believe. You are more powerful than you believe. The foe attempted to persuade you differently, but I am here to remind you of the reality. You have been selected. Now is the moment to place oneself as such. Breathe deeply. Heaven is present. The promise is alive. The solution is on its way. All of this is occurring as a result of your choice to pay attention. He made the decision to believe. He made the decision to answer. Stop waiting now. Doubt's time is coming to an end. You are now in the period of decision. What I have ready exceeds your prayers. Exceed your aspirations. It beyond your ability. Since it originates from me. Everything that comes from me lasts forever. Say indeed. Bravely. Believing. From the bottom of my heart. Since this one can alter everything. Son, faith is not a transient emotion. It's not only goosebumps, exhilaration, or a feeling that comes and goes. Faith is a choice. It is activity. It's a mindset. It's deciding to follow even when all appears opposed. It's walking even when the path is dark. It's believing even before the outcomes show. Faith is staying strong even when your heart is weary, since you believe whoever promised is faithful to carry it out. Many claim to believe yet stay frozen. They wait till they feel secure to act. They wait for obvious signals to begin. Yet, without certainty, real trust shows itself. When everything within you cries to halt, but your spirit says go on. It is precisely in this area of obedience, even without clear certainties, that the skies open. Faith's answer is based on trust, not reason. You have been praying, seeking guidance, weeping for change. I heard all. But now it's your chance to answer. Your mindset opens the next level. I wish you to act even while you wait for change. Your actions earn my favor. Your step defines the way I set. And I tell you, it will not be by the power of your arm, but by the giving up of your heart. You have carried some pains for years. Invisible wounds, untold tales. But I do see. I understand. And I wish to convert this suffering into witness. I don't want you only to survive all of this. I want you to thrive following the suffering. Your narrative should mend others. May your obedience open the path for many. Your present struggle will serve as a reference for others to overcome tomorrow. It all begins, though, with trust and movement. I did not summon you to a faith of words. I called you to a faith that transforms surroundings. That goes against the situation. That shatters links. Who constructs bridges in place of simply barriers? Your answer starts that faith now. You need not wait to feel as though you are prepared. Simply believe I am with you. I will assist every step. That I shall light every way. If you will answer the call with obedience, enjoy this video. This modest act has great spiritual significance. It's you declaring, I'm going to act, not just feel. I'm going to take a stand, not just agree. Heaven respects this attitude. Faith without action is only intention. Action, however, causes the spiritual world to acknowledge your choice and start to move in your favor. I am growing a generation that lives on attitudes rather than merely on statements. Who prays and follows orders. Who pays attention and speaks up. Who walks and believes. You are included. You were invited to have a living, practical, continual faith even with all your flaws and even with all your battles. A faith that changes the world around it rather than one that fits the environment. You will understand what it is to dwell at the core of my will. You will find calm amid turmoil, direction amid uncertainty, and purpose among what once appeared meaningless. That step is required, though. You have to leave your spiritual comfort zone. Your faith must be evident, not only felt. Then get ready. For doors will open. Alliances will be created. Solutions will come. I stand with you. In every aspect. In every battle. With every choice. And I will keep leading you, arming you, and getting you ready. But I require your delivery. Not partial, but total. Not conditional, but unchanging. Faith that stays solely on good days doesn't change anything. But faith that surges up in hard days can move heaven. Breathe deeply. Gaze upward. The sky is not quiet. I am speaking. I'm phoning. I wait. All I want is to see you live all I planned. Keep going. Keep going. Let not uncertainty snuff out the spark being rekindled. Come walk with me. Have faith in me. You will witness with your own eyes what it is to have faith that acts, that responds, that changes. It all begins here, with a straightforward yet strong choice to follow. When the spirit is weary, the night appears lengthy. But I say to you, the morning will pass. This darkness you experience is not the end, rather, it is the moment before the light. Heaven works the hardest when all looks quiet. Faith is increased in the gap between the shout and the reaction. You've made it this far because, even without knowing it, your hope is still alive. She fought back. And now, it is about to blossom once more. You are not forgotten. I was always present. I was there even if you didn't sense my presence for some time. In every aspect. In every unseen release. In every tear brushed away for no apparent reason. The time has come to match your heart with what I'm doing, so I'm here now speaking to you. It's time to start creating what lays in front of you instead of gazing behind. The amazing thing I made doesn't start till everything outside is ready. It begins now, inside you. When you choose to believe once more. When you choose to believe even without witnessing. When you decide to stay even without knowledge. This kind of faith brings about miracles. This kind of reaction draws me in a constant and changing manner. Son, you cannot stay locked in the past given what is approaching you. The suffering you carried, the errors you committed, the breaks you believed were final, none of these exceed the promise I set in you. That potential is still there. It breathes into your soul. It beats in sync with my desire. And it's nearer to showing itself than you could expect. A moment of certainty is replacing the time of uncertainty. The moment of exhaustion is giving way to the time of rejuvenation. Silence is giving way to a time of unambiguous direction. But for all of this to thrive, you must agree with me. Of body, mind and spirit. And it's not about flawlessness. It's about honesty. Of being whole, present, delivered. Let the process run its course. Avoiding comparisons with others. Don't doubt the rhythm. Keep on. Every step, no matter how little it may appear, is bringing you closer to what I have set ready. You will see the fruits blossoming when you least expect it. Where formerly anxiety ruled, you will find tranquility. You will find significance where you once saw chaos. You will exhale relief. Sleep peacefully. You will get up on goal. Since I create everything fresh, including this fresh item that has already started. You have fought so much. Still, it is here. Keep believing. Still desire it. Still looking. This is not little. This carries spiritual significance. Every time you decided to contact me when all indicated differently, you sowed seeds that are now ready to bloom. The outcome will be apparent. Not only for you but also for everyone nearby. Your house will be affected. Your narrative will be noted. His name will be remembered for restoration, not for suffering. Nothing is stronger than a child of mine who chooses to trust once more. Because I am free in this now. Movement alters everything. The sky lines up. The routes become available. Promises are fulfilled. And all of this is going on now. Since you decided to pay attention. He decided to have faith. He decided to stay. Son, this is not the conclusion of a video. It's not the last part of a message. It marks the start of something remarkable. Something that exceeds your expectations. Apart from what you requested. Beyond your wildest dreams. I am letting you know a new time. This time starts with a straightforward action, allowing me to guide the rest by taking a deep breath. I exist. Breathe deeply. Let this time touch your heart.